Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Community Nursing Windshield Survey presentation. My name is Jade.
My name's Alyssa.
My name is Aman.
My name is Anisha.
My name's Anna.
And my name is Christine.
Here's the table of contents for the presentation that we have today.
We're excited to discuss our findings in Mahogany, a suburban residential neighborhood located in southeast Calgary. It's near Stony Trail and was approved for development back in 2007.
That's right. Mahogany is a really interesting community because it has one of Calgary's largest lakes. And it's not just any lake. They've got a beautiful beach area for residents where outdoor activities play a huge role in people's daily lives.
Absolutely. Mahogany also features two elementary schools, which is an important draw for families. One of the reasons we choose to do our windshield survey here, it's because it's relatively new, yet it's grown rapidly and now has so many amenities and resources for residents.
Exactly. A windshield survey, for anyone who might not know, is basically a direct assessment of a community's trait and conditions.
We explore and observe factors that impact health, such as housing, population, local facilities, schools, transportation, and the environment.
In this map, you can see the Westlake Beach, the urban village, and the wetlands.
Starting off with the physical environment of Mahogany.
Mahogany's public spaces, streets, and parks are free from excessive litter, complementing their modern infrastructures seen along the neighborhood. The community's design incorporates aesthetic landscaping, well-maintained parks, and paved roads. There are 4,715 occupied private dwellings as of 2021. Their housing structures are predominantly composed of single detached homes, which accounts for 66% of the residences. Additionally, the rest of the community consists of 535 semi-detached houses, 230 row houses, 10 apartments in a duplex, and 855 apartments in a building that has more than 5 stories. The neighborhood's homes are generally well kept, with no major signs of structural deterioration. Along with Mahogany's collection of distinct homes, they are also well known for having amenities for recreational living, including 74 acres of natural wetlands, 22 kilometers of pathways, and abundant natural spaces. Moreover, recreational amenities such as the Mahogany Beach, fishing pier, and sports courts are available for its residents. There are also well-maintained green spaces found in parks, multiple playgrounds, and well-kept walking paths, which help to enhance the overall quality of life for its residents.
How do you think the recreational amenities and well-maintained public spaces in Mahogany contribute to both the physical and social well-being of its residents?
Availability of amenities is what I love most about this neighborhood. There's so many different options of activities, and it allows me to be more active and spend more time outdoors.
Here are the socio-economic indicators.
Mahogany's primary commercial establishments and business area is the retail district, also known as Mahogany Plaza. The vast dispersion of large corporations, financial institutions, franchises, and essential services highlights the high socioeconomic level presented in Mahogany. Commercial establishments are well maintained and clean with an abundance of business opportunities within the plaza. These include grocery stores, a gas station, banks, clinics, retail stores, grooming and hygiene, and child services. The Mahogany community can be described as a wealthy neighborhood with upper middle class residents. The median income before tax of households is $142,000 in Mahogany, whereas the city compares to $98,000 as of 2021. Gender roles display a slight discrepancy in Mahogany, as income is at least $20,000 lower for women as compared to men. Comparatively, Calgary has a significantly lower differentiation between the genders. 25% of the Mahogany population earns an income of $200,000 plus, whereas only 15% of overall Calgary earns the same.
What possible reasons lead to higher income in Mahogany compared to the rest of Calgary?
Individuals aged 18 to 64 comprise 4% of low-income residents and seniors of 7%. This population comprises 21% or nearly 1,000 people with at least 1/4 of their income allocated to household spending.
There are plentiful amenities within the Mahogany community, mainly located within the Mahogany Plaza. Residents that do not live near the plaza would require a 2 to 5 minute drive. Popular food franchises are available like Taco Time. Available podiatry, family, dental, and vet services provide all personal health needs at a close distance.
Transportation and mobility.
Currently, Mahogany does not have its own community train. However, a future expansion is in plan to expand and create a green line. This route can take residents directly to the airport, South Health campus, and the business park. Despite the downside of not having a train station, Mahogany does offer a selection of bus stops that goes to different communities along Route 75. Having transportation available in the community is an important aspect as it provides residents with an affordable option to travel around the city as needed and is beneficial if there were to be an emergency. Adding a train route will likely increase the amount of people that use current services provided by Calgary Transit. This will also be an important part in reducing carbon emissions and helping the environment in the long term. This image shows the current bus routes that are located in Mahogany and shows the accessibility to those that need it.
86% of residents are the drivers, while 4% are the passengers. Only 3% or less use the transit mode of buses to and from Mahogany.
Now talking about the healthcare facilities available for the community.
These are the healthcare facilities in Mahogany. They offer a range of healthcare
Professionals.
including family doctors, pharmacists, mental health experts, physiotherapists, and maternal support groups. Mahogany is the only community in the area with active health programs and initiatives to support overall well-being.
Mahogany's healthcare centers are conveniently located within the community. The Mahogany Medical Clinic is in the urban village at 52nd Street Southeast and Mahogany Gate Southeast, near Shoppers Drug Mart and a dental clinic. It's about a 28-minute walk or a 6-minute drive from the main area, and Momentum Health Mahogany is just a 6-minute drive and about a 27-minute walk, and they offer physiotherapy and chiropractic care. Essence Wellness Clinic is a 24-minute walk or a quick 5-minute drive. For more advanced medical care, South Health Campus is the closest major hospital. It's an 8-minute drive or accessible by Calgary Transit's Route 75. With these central locations, residents have access to healthcare without traveling that far.
Can you tell me more about the services that these clinics offer? Like what kind of care I can expect at Mahogany Medical Clinic?
The first one we have here is the Mahogany Medical Clinic. It provides excellent care for the community. While they don't accept walk-ins, they offer the same-day urgent appointments for issues like respiratory problems, trauma, and bladder infections. Services include maternity care, family practice, IUD insertions, menopause support, breastfeeding, and pelvic floor health. The clinic has a modern look, clean and welcoming spaces, and a strong team of 7 doctors and many more healthcare providers. This is the next clinic in Mahogany. It's the Momentum Health Mahogany. They offer a variety of experts, including those for physical therapy, sports medicine, mental health, nutrition, and many more. The clinic is easy to find, it's clean, and it's well organized with a calm, professional atmosphere. Patient beds are spaced out for privacy and comfort as well. Then we have the Essence Wellness Clinic. They offer services like massage, acupuncture, naturopathic medicine, and aesthetics. It's easy to book as they have direct billing and extended hours, making it convenient for every patient.
South Health Campus is designed for easy navigation with clear capital letter signage and a rainbow crosswalk at the entrance. Visitors can quickly find their way using the reception desk, directories, and freestanding beacons on each floor. The hospital is also fully accessible with wheelchair-friendly washrooms, elevators, wide doorways, and nearby disabled parking. Emergency wait times can vary, sometimes reaching up to a couple hours depending on the patient's condition.
Mahogany offers multiple places for one to get help with their mental health. It is important that community has access to mental health within their community. Dr. Linda Hancock offers therapy services for all ages. He helps those by collaboration, consultation, and training services. Mahogany Counseling is also a mental health service in Mahogany. Mahogany Counseling includes individual counseling, addictions, family counseling, disability, career, and couples counseling.
The community's recreational spaces.
The Mahogany Beach Club offers a variety of outdoor activities, including a beach, a tennis court, a splash park, a fishing pier, and a barbecue pit for picnics. Residents have availability to swim in the lake during the summer, and in the winter it turns into a hockey rink with a designated skate room. The indoor recreational center has event halls where you can host birthday parties, weddings, and any meetings, and it hosts year-round programs like martial arts, art classes, sewing, and pickleball in designated camps. There's also a free gym for residents.
Exactly. I celebrated one of my friend's birthday at the beach club and it was so fun. My friends and I had a blast playing volleyball on the sand before settling down to rest for a picnic. The Mahogany Beach Club truly offers something for everyone.
Mahogany has a Central Park fish playground where there's a large trout-shaped climber, symbolizes a local fish found in a nearby river. There is swings, a saucer, and a 3-story net tower which allows children to play, and there's wood chip for the surface as it allows kids to fall safely. This trout is a popular attraction and it has many designs inside. There's lily pads on the outside of the park, which give the whole park a lake theme. Mahogany's wetland features a 22-kilometer trail surrounded by ponds and swamps where residents can enjoy a nice stroll or bike ride looking at various different wildlife. It has shown to boost mood and reduce stress and promote relaxation. Every spring, the Mahogany Homeowners Association organizes a lake cleanup where professional divers are hired to dive into the lake and retrieve any garbage. Year-round, there are patrols that stroll the lake and they remove any garbage from the surrounding areas and they make sure everyone is following lake rules. For the safety of the residents, there is a white line on the surface of the water to locate where a rock berm is, which prevents sand from sliding down, and this is where it can indicate where there are steep drop-offs. Diving is also not allowed on certain docks, so Mahogany Homeowners Association has made a specific dock for where people can dive. Wetland management, it is maintained by the City of Calgary where they remove snow and ice. There are no current access to change rooms or showers in this beach club. However, there are bathrooms located at the West Beach building and the main beach club. If you are booking a hall inside the club, you still have access to the lake, with boat rentals being an open option. Mahogany Homeowners Association hosts the Signature 7 events where the community comes together and usually attracts up to 3,000 people. Starting off with the Winterfest, which includes a polar dip that raises awareness for human trafficking and supports the SA Foundation. Next is the Spring Fling Thing, which is a 2-day event, with the first day being an adult-only wine and art night, and the next day being a family-friendly day where you can do arts and crafts, get gardening lessons, and face painting. Canada Day is where you can enjoy a free pancake breakfast and live music and entertainment. Another is a Mike and Tim's Beach Blaster, which is a beach day filled with volleyball tournaments and sandcastle competition. There's also a movie in the park night where you can enjoy 3 movies per day. Mahogany also hosts a Halloween Howl, which is a Halloween-themed event with trick-or-treating, magic shows, and costume contests. Any donations from this event supports the Veterans Association Food Bank. Lastly is a Parade of Lights and Tree of Hope, which is the biggest event of the year, the Christmas Parade, which has floats of Santa. Mahogany residents can enter as a Best Float or Best Decorated House contest. You can also donate your toys for the Boys and Girls Club and light bulbs.
How would you spend your time at the Mahogany Beach Club or the wetland? Next up are the social determinants of health in Mahogany.
For social cohesion, Mahogany provides a direct look at how residents stay informed, collaborate, and create social relationships through volunteer opportunities, gatherings such as sports clubs, family events, and community events. And being relatively close to the area, I've seen family and friends come along together at the beach, full of laughter, excitement, and calmness, indicating that locals and visitors feel at ease gathering outside. This involvement can improve well-being through psychosocial, behavioral, and physiological pathways, as it fosters a sense of belonging that others may not have otherwise. So in terms of safety, the beach has strict security standards such as no skating, no glass containers, no smoking or drinking. The community also values safe, walkable streets and well-maintained public areas. There are also flash beacons, painted crosswalks, and overhead pedestrian pathways, which are maintained through a warrant process, contributing to the safety and enjoyment of walking or running in the area of Mahogany. The neighborhood's pedestrian-friendly design, it allows families and students to safely walk or bike to school. In terms of access to education and employment opportunities, the busing system offers clear schedules and route information for students attending local schools. The Mahogany Homeowners Association's Opportunities website is a valuable source for local job listings. It provides a variety of alternatives, including full-time positions, internships, and volunteer opportunities, linking residents with local businesses, assisting them in finding work that matches their skills and progresses their careers.
In Mahogany, social services are available to support residents. For example, Emma Bullman Counseling offers mental health support.
There's also an annual Veterans Food Drive at Mahogany School that donates food, and programs like DOAP help vulnerable people and find secure housing, even though there aren't dedicated shelters here in Mahogany.
And on the education side, the Mahogany Learning Center provides courses and daycare for young children, and the Kumon Center helps kids learn independently.
Plus, there are community programs for adults and seniors like treat planning workshops that take place in Mahogany.
In Mahogany, there are various social challenges, but what stood out to me would be Mahogany has seen a noticeable rise in crime rates. Back in November 2024, there were 101 reported crimes, which is a 15% increase from November 2023's 88 crimes. Break-ins nearly doubled, going from 7 to 13, and vehicle-related crimes jumped from 1 to 9, with the annual total rising from 51 to 63. This increase makes people feel unsafe and stressed, as community crime is associated with adverse health outcomes, and chronic stress can exacerbate the negative effects of daily stressors such as heightened anxiety. So Mahogany actually hosts a lot of community events throughout the year, and as mentioned before, there's the Spring Fling Art Exhibition and Sale, a Canada Day event with pancake breakfast at the beach club, plus a farmer's market that helps local vendors connect with residents. And what's great is that these events do more than just bring residents together. They also showcase the rich cultural diversity of the community. Mahogany's Culture Fest is a great example, as it is a celebration that features cultural performances, live music, food trucks, and crafts, giving everyone a chance to experience the rich diversity in the community. And when we look at the data, it shows that a significant number of private households in Mahogany are culturally diverse. This means residents come from a mix of ethnic backgrounds and traditions. A notable percentage of the residents identify as racialized, which really highlights the multicultural makeup of the community. Plus, the data tells us that many households include recent immigrants. This suggests that Mahogany is an attractive, supportive destination for newcomers looking for a welcoming community.
Our group's analysis and reflection.
Mahogany faces several challenges that factor on impacting its community's health. Starting with traffic congestion, it is a major issue resulting in delays and possible risks for drivers and pedestrians, primarily due to only two west side exits that funnel vehicles into 52nd Street Southeast. Public transportation remains limited, and the lack of a dedicated train station in the area further restricts mobility and causes its residents to rely on limited bus routes. On a positive note, a train station is planned for future development that would help the community improve accessibility. Another concern is the lack of affordable assisted living for seniors. Having 975 residents aged between 65 to 99, the community has a continuously growing senior population, and yet long-term care options are insufficient.
The Mahogany community has shown the theme of hosting various social events throughout the years that has allowed the community to socialize with each other, recurring events such as the camps, clubs, dinner parties, and theme nights. The community values recreation use and has a beach for the community to use where they can participate in lots of activities. Mahogany has lots of shopping centers and medical clinics available. Mahogany Urban Village and Mahogany Plaza has many places like shoppers, a grocery store, and other important amenities. Both of these are within walking distance or a bus ride away.
With chronic conditions in Mahogany and challenges, this is per 100 residents. Hypertension rates at 19.8, diabetes at 6.7, ischemic heart disease at 3.8, and COPD at 2.2. These conditions can limit daily activities, cause pain, and produce chronic stress, lowering people's overall quality of life. This finding is consistent with prior data that link chronic illnesses to decreased well-being and greater health risks. With health strengths, a vast range of accessible healthcare services supported by health professionals. With this wide variety of healthcare professionals, for instance, with Shoppers Drug Mart, they provide flu shots, and with the Momentum Health, a chiropractic care is given for those experiencing any type of pain. And with my perspective, these findings are very consistent with what I've seen. Communities with a high prevalence of chronic diseases clearly require adequate, accessible healthcare to improve one's overall well-being. This approach gives me assurance that residents have the resources they require to improve daily life on a day-to-day basis.
We can see how there is a need for more senior care in Mahogany, a high crime rate, and the need for a train. The community nurses can go to elementary schools to promote health and do slideshows to show the children all the ways they can improve their health. The nurse can also implement preventative programs such as vaccinations and screening. The community nurse can find ways to implement policy to have an increased police presence around the area to help reduce the crime rates. With the issues in the highway, the nurse can advocate for mobile services like home health care to be in Mahogany. Home health care is a range of services that one can access at home for chronic care, disabilities, and anyone in need of medical services. To engage with stakeholders, the nurse can communicate more and be more involved in schools to build a stronger relationship with them.
Think about it. List the goals of care for community LPNs.
CHN Standard 1 Promoting Health, subsection of Health Maintenance, Restoration, and Palliation is linked to Mahogany's Community Health. Community health nurses advocate for individual health promotion, equity, ranges of treatment, and thorough patient education. Their occupational sectors include working in community clinics, schools, homes, and long-term care supports, such as those in Mahogany. Their Standard 1 showcases a framework for LPNs to follow to identify vulnerable populations, personalize interventions based on determinants of health, and ensure equitable access to health and social services as needed.